Morning, everyone. Well, election 43 is done. And what are you going to do? Wait it out for another 4 years because nothing really changed. Nothing at all. Here are the seat results, and Liberals have a minority government with 157 seats. The Conservatives are the official opposition with 121, an increase of seats. The Conservatives got 34% of the vote, which is actually more of the vote than the Liberals got, but the Liberals got more seats. Isn't that interesting? And there's a seat that is still counting. I think that's Kitchener-Conestoga, and it's between Liberal and Conservative, and it's not yet decided, but I think it's leaning Liberal. I think there's 6 more votes for Liberal. And Mr. Bernier did not win his seat. That is notable. He has tweeted about it. I haven't seen anything other than that about it. Jagmeet Singh lost seats but gained power. How did he do that? Well, the Liberals don't have a majority, so they need to work with Jagmeet Singh or the Bloc Québécois to get over the 170 to pass legislation that is controversial, right? Because the Conservatives will block legislation. So they have to work with Jagmeet Singh. And Jagmeet Singh campaigned regularly on killing TMX and, well, all sorts of very expensive things. And even the Liberals' platform was full of more spending. We have a $14 billion deficit now. We're going up to a $29 billion deficit in next year's budget, according to the Liberal promises of the campaign. So we'll wait till the first budget is tabled to see what happens. But in order for the budget to pass the House, another party is going to have to vote for it, right? So either the Bloc or the New Democrats have to vote for whatever it is to get over the 170, right? So, because every budget vote is a confidence vote, just to make sure you understand. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So less seats for Jagmeet Singh, more power for Jagmeet Singh, because he can say, well, my whole caucus will say no. He holds the balance of power, right? So while Justin Trudeau will be Justin Trudeau and make his promises and lead the way he's led so far, he's got now Jagmeet Singh to contend with, or the Bloc. Interesting. Another big story from last night, Lisa Raitt lost her seat, and Lisa Raitt is the deputy leader, or was former deputy leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, and that was surprising. That was a formerly safe Conservative seat. I'm not going to go through this, but the link is in the description if you want to. Went Liberal. And here is Laurie Goldstein, and he said he was thinking what he always does. Nobody but him matters. And David Aiken was saying, what was Trudeau thinking? Beginning his speech just after Scheer had started his. We need to hear both of these leaders speak. Right, so it's very interesting. All 3 leaders started doing their speeches at roughly the same time. So Andrew Scheer started, Justin Trudeau came on about a minute later, and then Jagmeet Singh came on shortly thereafter. So all 3 leaders were having their speeches, and they all won their ridings. As far as I'm aware, I believe Jagmeet Singh won his riding, but I didn't check, so I hope I didn't misspeak there, but I believe they all won their ridings. So very interesting stuff. A lot of people were saying, classy Trudeau, which, I mean, what else do you expect, right? Like, he hasn't behaved that way up till now. Why start now? And I'm just including these links. We're not going to listen to these speeches. They're all the thank you speeches that you would expect at the end of a campaign. And Justin Trudeau talks about how he's going to unify the country and gives a shout out to Saskatchewan and Alberta because there's been a lot of separatism talk. And so he speaks to them specifically, despite ignoring them with policy for the last 4 years and punishing them with carbon taxes and carbon taxes on taxes on carbon taxes, right? You pay GST or HST on carbon taxes. So that's inappropriate to pay a tax on a tax, in my opinion. Justin Trudeau's speech is 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and I mean, it's what you would expect a re-elected prime minister to say, although not a re-elected prime minister with a minority. And it's not a slim minority, I suppose. I mean, if the Bloc Québécois had given most of those seats to the Conservatives, you could say it was a very slim minority, right? Like the one, if you had 157 to 153, man, now that's a little bit crazy. That's a little bit close, right? And then with the Greens, right? But that's not what happened. And so we've got a liberal minority that's backed up by the NDPs. And I don't know if that's better or worse than where we were at before. Honestly, I don't. So that's Andrew Scheer, that's Justin Trudeau. And I haven't watched Jagmeet Singh's speech because it's 25 minutes long. It's 25 minutes long. So I had 11 minutes and I watched this one in double time. I had 8 minutes and I watched this one in double time. And like I said, they're what you expect. Although a minority prime minister usually speaks more to, well, this one sounded like, yeah, we're doing what you said you wanted. Yeah. Right. And I mean, he speaks a little bit about the division and stuff, but doesn't acknowledge that he was the one driving it. It's really, from my perspective, it's frustrating speech to watch, but whatever. It is what it is. And so I didn't watch this one because it's very long. I'll maybe put it on when I'm washing dishes. I hear there was dancing, but I couldn't find dancing. Like I scrubbed through it and I couldn't find any dancing. Right. So maybe that was it right there. I don't know. I'm not going to look. But that is our election night. And that was the coverage. And well, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So the next 4 years are going to be interesting, or until the NDP thinks it can do better and it defeats the government. Because anytime the budget bill is tabled, or a budget bill is tabled, the budget is tabled every year, right? 2017, 18, 19, you have to table a budget. That's a confidence vote. And so every year there's an opportunity for the government to fall, and we could be back into an election, and who knows what happens then, right? So that's where we're at. That's where we're at with the election. That's where we're at with the associated things that happened. There was election coverage issues I heard on the global news. I thought it was a little bit indulgent of the news media with how giddy they got when Maxime Bernier lost his seat. And I mean, regardless of whether you like somebody's politics or not, have some decorum. You know, and I mean, like, I'm a pundit and I talk about Justin Trudeau and I dislike him, but I'm not the national news, right? Like, I'm not the national news, and there's a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit of a difference between my little YouTube show and global news. So I just thought it was really petty. So, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it is. Who knows? So thank you for watching, everybody. Check out CanadaPoly.com because we're not in an election, and I can say that again. Love you to join the conversation. I'm back posting on there because I had blacked myself out a little bit just because I didn't have time. I had to focus on other things. So I just stopped in to post my videos, and I hope people found it as a good resource, a good meeting place. I haven't really been using it very much over the last month because, again, busy, right? So, but I'll be back. I am back now. I've been posting on it and talking with people on it. So join us. We'd love to have you. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful